thing that amazed me first time through here was just how it just keeps going and going and going. And you just, when you think you've seen the end of it, you just keep seeing more.
Everything that comes into the United States for Beta USA motorcycles comes through this building.
Or not.
That's the difference between corporate and family owned. You know, Beta is not a corporation. It is owned by the same family that started it in 1905 in Italy.
And that is something, yeah. And the rooms just keep coming.
Yeah.
There's more rooms to go. Okay, so today we're going to be at the Beta USA headquarters. And they've been so kind to give me a tour through here, and I'm so happy. I've been trying to get it in here that they would give me some type of tour. Tim Pilge is the president of Beta USA, and this is his facility, and they're going to give me the full tour. I'm just stoked. This is going to be awesome. Many of you may not be familiar with Beta USA, but they've been around for a long time. So I'm going to let Brian do a lot of the talking for me, because he's going to do actually a lot better job of tour guide than I could ever be. So we're here with Brian Merrock.
We're at our headquarters here for Beta USA in Paso Robles, California. This is our relatively new facility. We've been in here since August of 2024, so we're going on about 15 months here at this new location, and really blessed to have a fantastic facility. Everything is, you know, state of the art, top of the line, epoxy floors, you know, beautiful paint everywhere, and it's nice to drive in here and you get to see this brand new facility every morning when you come to work. We're just really fortunate.
All right, well, let's go inside and check it out.
Let's take a look inside and check out the foyer and go from there. So right away when you come in, you notice all the beautiful bikes that we have here on display. We've got the prototype 450 on the wall there. That was one of the first ones here in the United States that we did a 1.5 years of testing on before anybody saw it, before it made its way to Supercross, where Benny and Mitchell are riding now. We've also got some of the older bikes here, some of the vintage bikes throughout the year, trial bikes, street bikes, little kids bikes, and then we've got a couple of really special bikes over here. We have one of the first cross trainers that was ever produced and brought into the United States, and then we have a Steve Holcomb replica race bike up there.
I see this one. I'm sure each one has its own story, or there's a reason that it's here.
Yeah, you know, we're fortunate to be able to pick up some of the history of Beta here and have on display for people that come to the factory. But, you know, as we'll see when we walk down the hallway here, Beta's been in business since 1905. Real rich history, always been involved in elevating the sport and trying to bring the newest technology to the forefront. And some of that's on display here. Yeah, we've got our really important staff that you don't really see every day, but these guys are vital to the roles here at Beta USA and making us successful. You know, we've got our regional sales manager, accessories. These guys go through and reach out to sponsors, reach out to new vendors, bringing in new accessories every single week, every single month. It's just a crucial role. We got the marketing department here, IT manager, marketing manager. These guys do everything on the internet, all the ads that you see, all the press releases. Absolutely crucial to the success here at Beta USA. So this is one of those things you wouldn't really think of with a motorcycle shop, but you know, we actually have a conference room here. We'll come in here, the whole race team, you know, meets every year for Christmas. We all sit down and we hash out problems and find solutions to things that we may have encountered throughout the year. With our East Coast shop, when they can't be here in person, we'll all sit down, fire them up on the big screen here. Everybody here in-house sits around the table and we work things out and just communicate as much as we can with the team.
So Brian, tell me about this booze here.
Yeah, kind of a funny situation here. You know, we like to give back to all of our dealerships here that support us here at Beta USA. And so every year we build these care packages and we get local wineries to help us out, and we send personalized signed cards in every single package to every single dealership that we have here in the United States. Everybody literally sits down and signs 200+ cards. Everybody signs it.
Wow, personally.
So, yeah. And it's not just an auto pen or something. That's the accounting. That's where the girls are now. You know, these are the original family members. But yeah, that's where the names come from. It's their first initial of their last name, first initial of their first name for both guys, and you get Beta.
Uh-huh. mystery solved for a lot of people. For a lot of people, I already knew that, but this is a great mural. Look at this progression. So, what did I say? 1960. There we go. Year I was born. Yes, I'm that old. Yeah, this is great. See the progression of this company and the progression of the bikes, and this is 2025. Look at that.
If you order a package from Beta USA online and you see this Beta USA logo, that means that it was put in a bag and stapled, and everything had their hands on it here, putting it together so that we can get it shipped out to you, looking fresh, looking professional, and everything is assembled here in this room. Alex is our accessory manager, and this is where we're gonna bring in bikes, you know. We'll bring them in here, set them up with the white wall so we can take those really great photos and videos for the website. All the accessories, you know, we just have a great backdrop for filming when we do in-house filming. But yeah, Alex is in charge of putting all that together and making it look appetizing.
You've been working here for how long?
I've been here 5 years.
5 years.
5 years. Started in the parts department and then just recently took over the accessory manager role and jumped onto a moving train. But it's been good. It's been good. Just trying to get caught up and yeah, it's been fun. A lot of fun.
Another really cool thing that we have here at Beta USA is our own in-house gym. And
all right.
You know, small, but everything in here is necessary, and it's just big enough to fit it all into this room. So like our pro riders are out at the track testing right now, and they're gonna come back here. Benny and Mitchell will probably throw down an hour-long session doing whatever they need to work on, core body stuff or balance or just cardio.
And that's Benny Bloss and Mitchell Oldenburg.
Yep. So here we are in the start of the parts department. This is about a 15,000 square foot area.
And this is how many square feet you said?
Each unit here is about 15,000.
And you have how many units?
We have 3 large units here, including the warehouse, the service, and then parts. And then we have all of the office building here. So
that's at least...
It ends up being roughly 45,000 square foot of warehouse. And then the offices, you know, between all the, you know, you got the break room, you got the upstairs offices, everything's probably another 5,000 square feet.
At least, at least that much, yeah.
We'll get a little bit more view of it here, but these guys stock around 29, or I believe it's up to 30,000 part numbers are housed here in the building. Anything from a small washer up to accessories, tanks, tires, rims, things like that, full frames. All of that's here in-house, and these guys are shipping out 100 to 200 packages every single day. Shipping area here, we got the 3 different bays with 2 people per bay roughly every single day, shipping out boxes full of parts, whether it's a couple of bolts or hundreds of pieces for new dealerships. It gets a little chaotic around here at different times of the year for sure.
This is parts to customers or to dealerships or both, or?
Okay, so this is both. So we recently added a direct to customer online. So you can go to betausa.com, put in your order, and it ships directly to you. It does not have to go through the dealership.
Gotcha.
So also dealers order, you know, bulk items to restock their supplies of things like you saw in the training room there, all the warranty parts, everything that comes into the United States for Beta USA motorcycles comes through this building. So it may not be like a big deal to a lot of people, but this is our break room. And you know, when we built this building, our boss wanted to make sure that we all had a really nice place to congregate, a really nice place to, you know, come in, relax, eat our lunch. You know, if we wanted to, we can cook full meals in here. It's a really good vibe here at Beta USA, and we're really, really happy to work here. So outside, you know, we got a great patio area. This was all stuff that was thought about before we ever built this building. So again, you know, we'll come down here 4th of July, a couple times a year. We have barbecues. It's just a really cool place to work.
Yeah, very. I've had some janky break rooms in my lifetime.
Yeah, here's your closet with a microwave, right?
Yeah. Awesome. Look at this. The thing that amazed me first time through here was just how it just keeps going and going and going. And you just, when you think you've seen the end of it, you just keep seeing more. So what room are we in now, Brian?
So this is our classroom, training room. We have dealerships that'll come from all over the United States, and we'll do ambassador programs and technical training programs. So as you see around the room, we have a number of workbenches set up with engines, with all the necessary tools to tear down said engines. We go through and show them what to look for, if there's any potential known issues, or just training tips on how to properly work on Beta motors. We also do sales training in here. A couple times a year they'll have sales staff come down, and that's part of the ambassador program, is to make sure that each dealership has a knowledgeable employee on Beta motorcycles specifically, whether it's the different models, the technical skills, you know, the accessories that are available. Yeah, it all happens here in this room.
This is awesome. This is really something.
And then this is basically what a dealership display is supposed to look like. So
now this looks more, yes, this looks more familiar. You
Right.
walk in your typical bike shop, and you know, you've got your parts department set up, you know, walls of this and nothing but this.
yeah, when we sign new dealers, we have a kit. And
Yes.
so that way they have all of the point of purchase items that, you know, when you buy a brand new bike and you're hanging out, you're kind of like, that looks pretty good, you know, maybe I need a new chain guard. You know, let's put a TM design chain guard on there, or let's put a Beta manufactured shark fin on there to protect the rotor. And
Gives them an idea. This is what we would like your shop to look like.
right.
And the rooms just keep coming. There's more rooms to go.
So we walk into the service department here. This is where our suspension, service, and race team works. As you're seeing there, we got all the suspension stuff torn down. Anything from a build your own Beta where you're getting upgraded parts on a brand new bike, the suspension program online where you can go online, submit your suspension request, send your stuff into us, or whether it's a race team part for off-road, for GNCC, for Supercross. But yeah, these guys touch everything from the customers' bikes to the stock bikes to the professional factory riders' bikes. This is Tyler Custer. He is our...
Hey, Tyler.
How's it going?
Tom.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Kind of helping doing the valving, traveling on the weekends of Supercrosses, so we're constantly on the go Supercross, off-road. Like you said, web jobs, it's full boat. We stay busy.
How boring and repetitive, right?
It's actually not too bad. Not too bad. I think,
I'm totally jealous of this guy. I am totally jealous.
yeah, it doesn't feel too repetitive. We got just different models, so it's fast paced, so we're on the go.
Oh yeah, so it looks like you're working on a shock now, or rebuilding?
Got a couple shocks.
All right.
Got web jobs, Supercross stuff. Yeah, we got a.
Nice.
He is extremely fortunate to be basically apprenticing for someone like Bryce, who's been in the industry close to 30 years. I think it's
Wow.
like 26
Yeah, I think he said
years
he's
or
coming up
so.
on 30 years actually.
Oh, well, there you go. Yeah, I mean, and he's done everything from, you know, a local kid motocross to freestyle professionals to Supercross, you know. And
Yeah,
Tyler gets to
stuff.
learn all the dirty tricks that those
yeah.
suspension guys save and keep to themselves, you know.
Oh yeah. Yeah, there's a lot to it in Bryce. Bryce
Yeah.
knows his stuff for sure.
Yeah.
All right, I'll let you get back to it. Looks like
good.
you're busy. Nice to meet you.
Yeah, nice.
So yeah, race team suspension, you know, whether it's brand new or getting worked on, or it's a customer build, you know, a lot of stuff like that is getting set up for the different riders. We're at that time of year where we're doing new bike builds for photo shoots and stuff like that. So we're building a whole bunch of sets of suspension to build out all the bikes and make everything ready to go for the upcoming season. This is our engine teardown department. We have Carson down there grinding away like he does every day. Every single motor that comes in for a warranty, or, you know, a race team motor that comes in to get rebuilt, everything comes through Carson here. He tears it down all the way down to the cases, pulls out all the bearings, everything, gets it all sorted and organized, and then he cleans everything and gets sent over to the engine department, where we can walk down to here in a minute and check out. But Carson is another vital role here at Beta USA that, you know, you don't think about on the day-to-day, but this guy comes in and grinds.
He looks like he's in mad scientist mode right now, so we won't bug him.
Something like that.
I was gonna say he's probably got his earbuds in.
Oh,
Yeah.
I wasn't calling you a mad scientist. I wasn't.
So here on the right side, we have what we call the service department. These guys are test fitting new products from the accessory department. They're test fitting brand new products that might not be available yet necessarily, things like that. We also do demo pod programs throughout the year. So these guys are constantly refreshing the demo pod bikes so that they look brand new every time they go out. So these guys are all dirt bike riders as well, which is
I would have never guessed.
You know, it's hard to not be a dirt bike rider in an environment like this, right? This whole left side here, we have the factory race team. You know, we go through and rebuild bikes after every single race, frame up. We put together brand new bikes where we take a, you know, brand new motorcycle and strip it down to the frame and then rebuild it back up and make sure everything is absolutely perfect and most importantly safe for our factory riders.
Now you notice how clean this guy's setup is here. I mean, this is impressive, man.
Look at his tools over there.
I mean,
It's
look
just,
at this.
I mean, he's got it going on.
That's organized, man. I'm impressed.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
I mean,
Everybody
just
has
one
their
look at
own,
my garage. You've seen my garage, so yeah.
I was gonna say everybody has their own idea of organization, right? But yeah, we're in that flux right now. You know, we're building new bikes for photo shoots and Christmas time, so we got a lot of stuff going on. You see this bay here is blown up with parts everywhere. We got basically 4 bikes worth of accessories in here that we're getting ready to throw on new builds. Yeah, engine wall here. You know.
Oh God, I didn't even. Oh my God,
It just kind of blends in when you're walking around.
Look at this.
Warranty engines will come in from dealerships. We got all the factory, you know, engines rebuilt, ready to go into some of the race bikes here. One of the cool things about our race bikes is there's nothing really proprietary about these engines. We just go through and we do a couple of little safety measures and we put, you know, steel oil pump gears in and things like that. But everything that we put into these engines is available on betausa.com. So we're not putting any unobtainium in these things that you can't do to your own bike. So really, really cool thing about Beta. As we've been walking around, you've probably noticed all the bikes on the walls all the way around this shop. And these are all really influential motorcycles. The majority of them are championship winning motorcycles. A couple of them are first time events, like we have the first top 10 in Supercross 450 up there on the wall for Benny Bloss. It was a pretty cool event at Daytona.
There's Benny's bike. Beta is primarily focused on what right now? Trials, enduro, motocross. So there's so many different areas. It seems like you're into everything.
We're new to the motocross segment. You know, we've only been in it for 3 years now with the 450. This will be our 3rd year. We have had the 300 RX that came out in 21 that was specifically designed for motocross as a 2-stroke, which was just a little bit easier for us to do just because we had the 2-stroke technology kind of nailed. But right now, I think the factor growth is motocross to really show people that our bikes are capable and competitive out of the box. So Beta is definitely growing and becoming more popular and just showing people that we have the technology and we have the competitive nature here. So
You certainly do. I can see that. That's obvious.
Trials is obviously a very big part of Beta's history, as you can see. We have a brand new bike model out this year called a Synchro. So, you know, every couple years we try and bring something new to the table and make sure, again, that Beta's at the forefront of the evolution of the sport. And, you know, Trials is part of our heritage. It's something that, you know, our bosses are really fond of. And, man, it's a heck of a lot of fun. If you've never done trials riding, you can go out with just a couple of buddies and basically in the size of a football field, you can ride all day long and just have a great time. So yeah, you know, it's the heritage, it's the history of Beta, and we're fortunate to be able to keep that in-house and see it on a day-to-day basis. So pretty neat stuff. See all these motorcycles down the row here. A lot of these bikes are demo pods that we're getting ready to ship out in January. We ship out 8 bikes at a time to different dealers across the United States. And they then take and set up a course and have signups, and you can go out and ride 8 different models of a Beta motorcycle. And again, as our service guys go through them, these things are basically brand new every time they hit a new demo. So you can really get a taste of what our bikes have to offer, and you know, before you go and purchase the bike.
And you mentioned a shock wall.
Yeah,
Shock wall.
So we kind of skipped over that. You know, it was behind us when we walked in here, but yeah, we got all these shocks ready to go, just like the forks down there.
Look at this.
We got all these BYOBs. We got custom shocks ready to go out for customers doing the suspension web jobs. We got the race team shocks ready to go on the brand new builds. But yeah, pretty neat stuff going on here.
I'm just not used to seeing everything so clean. Like, if you've seen, well, again, you've seen my bike, usually covered in mud.
We'll pop into the engine shop here. We got Austin and Sean just grinding away. These guys are in here every single day tearing apart engines when Carson's busy, but generally these guys are getting a brand new tub of cleaned, ready to go parts, and then brand new bagged beta parts ready to go in, new bearings, new gaskets, new cranks, pistons, rings, anything that they need to replace on these motors to make them 100% top notch, whether it's a race team engine or a warranty engine. Everything comes through these guys' hands. This is Sean.
Sean, nice to meet you, Sean.
And Austin.
Austin. Now, how long have you been working here, Sean?
I've been here 2 years.
Sorry.
Say that.
2 years.
2 years.
Yes.
All right. Okay. And you, sir?
I've been here for 10 years.
10 years. That says a lot about a company, any company, to be 10 years.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like I said, every single race engine comes in here and goes through these guys' hands. And like I mentioned out there, safety is top notch. And Austin's got these engines dialed, so yeah, everybody calls him Iceman.
Yeah.
So.
Iceman. All right, guys, you're busy. I'll let you go, but thank you. Thank you.
We have the dyno room. We have more engines in here, of course, so we have a lot of overflow. But yeah, the crown of this room obviously is the in-ground dyno that we can bring bikes in here and test and tune on. You got a little bit of rubber peeling up there.
Yeah, I was just looking at
the tires, but yeah, they'll come in here with Supercross bikes and brand new engines, and they'll break them in and just run them through a cycle to make sure that thing's ready to hit the racetrack. So we also have everything we need to disassemble and dynamically balance crankshafts. So these are extremely expensive piece of machinery here, and there are very few people in the entire country that have access to one of these.
Yeah.
Every single motor that Austin and Sean build next door, they come over here, throw it on the engine stand. We have an exhaust system we'll run in, and they run these things inside to make sure, again, that they're ready to go and there's nothing wrong with them before they package them up and send them back out.
You know, that's the feeling I get, is I'm way out of my league. I've been around bikes my whole life.
Right.
My whole life since I was a little kid. Been around bikes and bike shops. But you guys have taken it to a whole nother level, I think.
Yeah, we try. Like I said,
you
we're
really
really
have.
proud to work here. So yeah.
I would be too.
Really nice facility.
This is really something. I mean, you guys have, it's just, I mean, if you look at the floor, it's clean, people. I mean, how many bike shops have you been into?
Yeah.
Even showrooms that can really use some help with a woman's touch or something.
One of the cool things I want to point out is these boxes over here on these shelves. We have engines ready to go from, as you can see, one of them labeled the 19300RR. And this is how reputable Beta's customer service is, and for a reason. You know, we have engines ready to go on the shelf. A lot of times we'll have an engine or a bike that's out of warranty that has an issue, and instead of bickering with the the customer back and forth, we'll just send the dealership a brand new engine. They send us the old engine, and the customer is satisfied and back out riding his bike, and we figure it out.
That's impressive.
Yeah.
I don't know if Honda, Yamaha, Suzuki, Kawasaki, I don't know if they're, well,
at that level.
I don't know if they're really doing that for customers or not.
That's the difference between corporate and family owned. You know, Beta is not a corporation. It is owned by the same family that started it in 1905 in Italy.
And that is something, yeah.
So I didn't mean to leave these guys out when we were here earlier, but this is a crucial part of the business here at Beta USA. This is where our warranty and service tech is all done with Timo and Mike. And these guys are fielding calls from the 200 plus dealerships that we have if they're having any technical issues. These guys are helping them work their way through it to get your bike back on the road. And then of course our renowned customer service that we have with our warranties. Everything gets processed through this little office here for, again, our 200 plus dealers across the United States.
Well,
we can walk through here real quick.
This is okay.
You're good. So we got our guys Cody and Cooper. As you can see here, they're getting a bunch of bikes ready to ship out.
So how many are assembled versus how many are just shipped in the crate to the dealer?
So we don't assemble
pre-assembled.
bikes here in the United States.
Not at all.
No, everything that comes from, that goes to a dealership comes through us from Italy.
So the bike is pre-assembled in the crate, or?
So it's pre-assembled, and then the handlebars are taken off to clear the crate so we can make it a little
That's
bit
what I meant.
smaller, obviously. But yeah, everything is, I guess you could say it's 99% assembled. You know, we throw the handlebars on it, adjust the levers, clamp them down, and the bike's ready to go basically out of the crate. But
And that was one of my first jobs. Is
PDIs?
Just assembling bikes out of the crate for Honda dealership, and I loved it when you're 17 years old. That's fun.
Yeah.
That's fun stuff.
Yeah.
That really never got old.
this industry is just, you know, you got to have a passion for it. You're never going to get rich really in the motorcycle industry. You know, it's like winning the lottery if you can, but man, you can have a heck of a lot of fun in this industry throughout your life for sure.
Definitely.
So.
Is that the?
This is the Supercross trailer.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, we call them Big Red. We have two of these. We got this one here on the West Coast for Supercross, and then we have one, it's not identical, but near identical for the East Coast GNCC team. So that's going to 13 rounds a year for GNCC. This is going to a minimum 17 rounds a year for Supercross, and then if we do outdoor nationals, you know, however many rounds that'll hit too. But some of the stuff you just see out here, we got the flooring and stuff. The guys are going through and doing the final touch up for the 2026 Supercross season, making sure everything's dialed and ready to go.
I'm excited.
Oh, yeah.
This guy's way better than I would ever be as a tour guide. So yeah, thank you, Brian. It was awesome. You did a great job.
But yeah, that basically wraps up our tour here at the headquarters of Beta USA in Paso Robles, California, and we appreciate you guys joining us.